Um, Good morning. It's Easter Sunday, so I wish you all a very happy Easter. Um, I thought I'd do a video today, um, which shows my makeup routine. This is what I do on a daily basis for my makeup. I don't do anything special, and I'm not saying it's the right way to do makeup or the wrong way to do makeup. It's my way. So if you have a different way and it works for you, all well and good. But I thought you might just like to see me do my makeup routine, and then you can ask me questions about it. As I say to people, when I first came out, I used to had to watch a video of a trans woman doing her makeup and stop and pause it, do that bit of the video, and then watch the next step. And it took me about 30 to 40 times doing this to where I got to the point I could do my makeup without watching the video. So first of all, each morning I shave. Unfortunately, I'm not able to have laser hair removal because my facial hair is light, so the lasers don't work on light facial hair. And yes, my eyebrows are bushy. I'm waiting to be waxed and shaped, so please don't judge me on that. And once I've done the shaving, I use the exfoliant as well when I'm washing my face to get rid of the remains of any makeup from the day before, which I missed when taking off my makeup. And then I sit down at my makeup table and do my makeup. Me and Michelle each have our own makeup table. Michelle has actually two makeup tables because she's more a diva than me, and I just have the one, and it works perfectly well for me. I don't need any more space, so I crack on, and you can watch me while I do my makeup. I will talk to you as I'm doing it and explain what products I'm using and what I'm doing. Okay, and here goes. So first of all, I use a Factor 50 sun cream. With living in Australia, I've been advised by Michelle that I need to wear sunscreen every day to help prevent aging of my face. So I just get a small amount. It acts also as a moisturiser, and rub it all in. Eyelids as well, ears, back of the ears, and they're very at risk from sunburn. And take it down onto my neck. And I will do my arms once I've done this video. So I do my face, my neck, and the top of my chest every day. And then once I've got the sunscreen on, I then use my chosen moisturiser, which is this one. I get most of my beauty products from Mecca, which is an Australian cosmetic retailer. They have their own line of cosmetic as well as stocking all the major brands. And they also offer makeover tutorials, makeovers, facials, and educational sessions within their shops. We tend to go to the one in Canberra, but I have been to the one in Sydney, which is very large, and yeah, it's over multiple floors. But the one in Canberra, we are well known there, and this is my moisturiser. So again, I just use a small amount, just a small dot, a couple of pumps onto the fingertip, and a bit on each cheek, and then using my fingers, and gently rub it in. I take it up onto my forehead, up under the eyes and across the eyelids, and again take it up around the back of the eye, ears, down onto the neck. Make sure it's all lovely, fully absorbed. Shaving has the effect of drying out the skin. Shaving gels tend to dry out the skin. So moisturisers are essential to help maintain your skin. And next I use a colour correcting primer. Again, it's from Mecca, and the one I use is by Stiller. And again, I just do a couple of pumps, bit on each cheek, and rub it in. This helps reduce the redness from the shaving, and any other blemishes that I may have. As a guy, I used to grow a beard. I used to grow a beard for 3 months at a time and then shave it all off. I did this because I hate shaving. And now, as me, I shave every day. Life sucks sometimes to be your true self, but you get used to it. So next, now I just leave that to finish drying up. The next thing I do is my foundation. So I currently use a liquid foundation by Clinique. I use a natural one. It's a natural toned foundation. And again, this one is almost run out. I need to go today or tomorrow and get some more. And I use a sponge, and at the moment, because it's running out, I need to pour it to get the last of it out. It might take a while. There might not actually be any in here now. And I always try to have a current one and a spare one. Unfortunately, the spare one of this my lovely wife has been using, so again that is depleted at the moment. But again, hopefully there's some in here. It might just be a bit slow. There it comes. And using a sponge means it's sponges I put for the washing machine about once a month. Put them on a hot cycle to get rid of any bacterial build-up. And yeah, I find that they give me more control. So I've got that much foundation. So I tend to always start off on my left cheek for some reason. I'm right-handed, so it might be because of that. And I just take it all over my face, putting a thin layer on, hiding up the redness and any shaving rashes, any stubble, 5 o'clock shadows. I take it up onto my forehead so there's not a white gap between on my forehead and my wig. I'll bring it down onto my right side, down onto the neck, just blending it in. And for me, I tend to try and have my freckles on show because I feel that my freckles are a nice feature on my face. Again, I take it over the eyebrows and down over the chin. Just going to get a bit more scraping the barrel here off the pump from the bottle. As I say, I need to get more, and just a bit more across here. Up on the eyes, just making it look like it's natural and even. I had to say, I feel like I'm the person who wears the most makeup at work. Working as a nurse, we don't wear a huge amount of makeup, but for me, wearing makeup at work helps me to be taken more seriously and for who I am. And that's just my opinion. I know that some trans people don't wear any makeup for work, but I feel I have to. And when I first came out, I wouldn't leave the house without any makeup or wig, without a wig. But now I am confident in who I am. My face has changed its shape, and I feel confident enough to go out without wearing a huge amount of makeup. Sometimes if I'm just nipping to the gym or something, I can just put on a bit of lippy and eyeshadow. Next thing I use is a concealer. So I tend to use, currently using a Clinique one, which is described as meringue. Is its name? Just put that just under here, just to help hide the bags under the eyes, which we all get, and also just across where my moustache line is. Again, it emphasises it's hard to shave there, it's an awkward place. And yeah, it might look a bit funny now. And then it comes with a sponge. I just blend it in. Up around the nose. And then up around the eyes. Okay, as you can see, it's concealed some of the some of the darkness from the eyes and the stubble. Don't worry, it's going to be all blended in shortly. So the next thing, I use a contouring stick. This one is by Mecca. For me, I don't need expensive makeup. I need just a basic makes. I have some nice makeup. Clinique is probably my most expensive makeup. And so that's the contour, and at the same time I use a blusher. Just put it across my cheekbones. Same on the other side. And if you saw me at this, you thought I would be a clown at the moment. You thought I would be auditioning for the circus with what I used. Again, my blusher stick is a Mecca one. Again, not mega expensive. Budget price range, and that's ideal. That's ideal for me, and it's good for people who are learning. Yeah, you don't need to spend a huge amount of money when you're first starting on your makeup journey. So I take one of my bigger brushes, and then I start just brushing it in, blending it, and just brings a bit of contour, a bit of colour to the face, helps blend in concealer, and take it across the lip, across the moustache line. Again, it just blends it all in, and then on the other side exactly the same. And just take it down across the chin, so it's all blended in nicely. Okay. Next thing I do is my eyebrows. If they were less bushy, I would really take this to town, but I'll use a brow styler. As you can see, it's done by a company called Benefit, and I find that just taking it across, I can emphasize my brows and give them a bit of shape and colour, especially with my brows being so they can be quite light once they wax down. They're quite dark at the moment because they're bushy. Again, it's all down personal. I like to have thin eyebrows. I feel that they make me more feminine. And then I will do my eyeshadow. My eyeshadow, I have multiple palettes, different colours, bright colours, dull colours. I tend to have a standard colour that I use, colour palette I use, which is more natural colours. But it's the weekend. I'm not really doing much. Just trying to find the right one I want for today. It has left me. I think my wife might have taken it. I think the one of the former shop might have borrowed my makeup. And that's the benefit of having a wife who's also trans. And you can share stuff. But she tends to steal stuff off me. Yep, she's made it disappear. So I'm going to use one of my other palettes. So this is one of the palettes I've got in the UK. And yeah, you can see it's bright. But it does have some colours which are more usable for the day or every day. So I'm going for something which is described as exotic. For this I need to look at my actual makeup mirror and not at the phone, because it's going to take me a bit more close to work. And also a bigger screen or bigger mirror. Phones are very good for putting on makeup if you don't have a mirror available. Many times I have used my phone or my computer FaceTime camera to put on my makeup when I've been in hospital if I haven't got a mirror available. Again, when I'm in the hospital, I tend to always do my makeup if I'm able to. Again, it makes me feel human, makes me feel who I am. And I think the nurses like that I transform myself from something plain lying in bed at 6 o'clock in the morning to someone who looks ready for the day by 9 o'clock. And it makes me feel good. That's the thing about makeup. You can feel really down in the dumps. As you can see, I'm getting a bit of colour. The face is changing. It's looking better. So the next thing on the makeup is mascara. So that's the mascara I use. This mascara helps emphasise the eyelashes. I have been asked by my patients and by people out in public where I get my eyelashes done. I'm very fortunate. I have been blessed with long eyelashes, so the mascara helps emphasise my eyelashes so they stand out and brings out one of the natural qualities that I have, which is nice to actually have that natural quality of a nice eyelashes or long eyelashes. I only have the confidence to do the top ones. I don't have the confidence to do the bottom ones, so here goes. Again, I tend to, with my eyelashes, I tend to do the right ones first because I'm right-handed, so I'm not having to go across my face and being candid. If you're ambidextrous, it's all really good because you can go from left to right or right to left and use the hand corresponding to the side you're doing. Unfortunately, I don't have that skill. My wonderful wife Michelle does, but I don't. And again, you'll be able to see the changes that so now you can see I've gone from looking quite plain to having a bit of colour, a bit of style, eyelashes standing out, all the things that are considered feminine in appearance. So The next thing I do at this point, I would take a hair out of its ponytail, which I do for putting on my makeup. And if I'm wearing a wig, I will get my hairnet. I'll pull my hair back as far as it will go and put on my hairnet. Okay, so this is the hairnet I use. I put it up to my hairline, or where my hairline is on my forehead. And you can see I've still got all this hair sticking out the back. I'll grab it, put it back, and tuck it up underneath the hairnet. And this helps keep my hair in place for the wig I'm using, because the wig I used doesn't actually match my natural hair colour. I've got some which do. Between me and Michelle, we have about 30 wigs, I reckon. Some work with me, some don't. Some work with Michelle, and some don't. Some work with both of us. But we tend to have our favourite ones. I've got people who like me in certain ones as well. And it's nice being able to have different hair colour every day for work. My colleagues never know what hair colour I go in. Which is nice. It keeps them on their toes, and gives me a bit. I can add a bit of my own style. Everyone wearing the same scrubs, we tend to lose our personality. So having different wigs and different makeup emphasises my personality. Doesn't always emphasise everyone else's. Some people don't wear any makeup at work. Some people wear a face mask at work, so you don't actually see their faces. Once I've got the hair happy, I will then get my wig. This is my go-to wig. This is the one that a lot of people see me in these days. And this is the one that people like me in, and so it really suits me. So I just brush it out. It sits on my makeup table, just on the corner. And as you can see, it works with me. It makes me more feminine. It helps me pass and be accepted at work, and it gives me the confidence to be Tabbetha. And Tabbetha is who I am. I'm no longer the male me, and as I say in a lot of my videos, I'm happy with who I am. I don't care if other people don't like what I am. That's their choice. For me, being who I am is good and makes me happy. So yeah, and to any transphobes watching, get over yourselves. We're not here to hurt you or attack you. We are here just to be how we feel we need to be, our true selves. So yeah, feel free to leave hateful comments. If you're a transphobe watching this video, I had to ask myself, if you're a transphobe, why are you watching a video about a trans woman doing her makeup? But if you are watching a Pals of J.K. Rowling or the Big Don, yeah, I don't care what you think. To anyone else watching who is an ally or a member of the queer community, yeah, please leave your comments. Hopefully they'll be positive. But I'm happy to hear negative comments and advice. Again, as I said, this is my makeup routine. It's not. I would never give anyone advice about how to do their makeup. I'm not that person, because I have one routine which works for me. Michelle, she's bringing her makeup. She will advise, and she will come and do, if we're going out for something special, she'll come and do my makeup for me, because she does it so much better than me. So, last thing, or last couple of things. I tend to wear a nice perfume. That's the perfume of choice at the moment, bubblegum. And again, just a bit on the each and a bit on each wrist. Rub it in, get it going, and the bottle lasts me maybe 2 years. And then the final thing that I do is my lippy. Without lippy, I do not feel complete, which is nice, and I kind of need lippy, and it's the last thing I put on before I go to leave the house each day. And it's important to me. I think it adds the finishing touches to any look. And I've got a selection of makeups, so I'm just the one I'm going to go for today is a nice pink. And as you can see, just adds a bit more colour to the face, and again, it's something that is women are judged on. They're judged on their makeup, and they're judged on their lipstick. And again, I get complimented on how well my lipstick is. I tend to, whichever lipstick I put on that day, I tend to put into my handbag so I can touch up throughout the day. And I hope this has given you an insight into my routine on makeup, and hopefully it might help you to do your makeup, or it might show you a different way of doing something. As I said earlier, I would never give anyone advice about makeup, because I'm not the expert. I would recommend going to Mecca if you're in Australia and getting their advice. They're very open and friendly. They're very accepting of the trans community. And yeah, so I sign off for now. As I say, please leave a comment, whether it's positive or negative. Please support my channel by subscribing, and I'm going to try to do video more often these days. I've let it slip for the last year. I'm not going to let it slip now. Okay, so you might get a video maybe once a week, maybe twice a week, but I will start doing more videos. Okay, you take care, have a wonderful Easter, and enjoy the weather, whatever it's bringing to you. And I will speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.